Hi, this is Tariq here from stockoptionexpert.com. Today, going to go through some of the top options activity of last week and my some of my watch list for the coming week and also earnings. You can visit us on our Twitter account, Options Expert One. We are also available on the stock tweets as well. Goldman Sachs, this was one of the biggest sell when they took a big call position around 21st July. This is when they started to call big accumulation here. Whenever we, and then it had a nice bounce here, and then with the brick exit news and everything, it just rolled away. It seems like everything was falling down, but again it found support around this bounce zone around 140, and then look at it, it just moved almost like 20 plus dollars in last 7 to 10 days. So the biggest block that we shared, I posted it quite a few times in our public post, also all our alerts. This is the block when this was posted in our premium account. Also I shared it in my public account quite a few times even last week. This was the biggest. They added 4,000 plus calls volume for July 160, and then this is how when Goldman Sachs plays something, you have to pay attention because they are the big one of the big boys. They have lots of information, lots of things that you don't see or I don't see, but they do see. What happened on 21st? They take a 160 calls block buy. Right here, you would not believe, you would think the market would crash, everything was coming to an end, and this is what they add a call block. What happens here? It pulls back, old support tested, and then boom, 20 plus dollar move. Few of our members did caught it, so that's amazing how options block at these calls has exploded. I believe they are above, if it was 60, I believe they are above 200% plus for the July calls that with this 20% move. So this was a big story. Talking about the banks, this is JP Morgan had calls volume right before earnings. They had call buyers, 50-day moving average held here. Nicely moved to be moved into the earnings, almost like 3-4% move on the earnings day here. But if you look closely, I'm just talking about the pattern. This looks like left shoulder, head, right shoulder. So keeping close eye, this can be a short zone. This is why you have to look at multiple things. It is just not one thing. Yeah, this is why we include chart pattern, as it says. We include options volume, seasonality, and many more things in terms of our analysis. This is when we take a trade and as we are exiting one of our positions. So you have to keep an eye. This is head and shoulder developing for JP Morgan. So keep an eye on this for next week. See, it did bounce. There were some calls and put volume here on this day. I see some calls. It did gap up in the morning to 45 from previous day low. High was 44.70. This is a small move, but still hanging around 50-day. But you have to keep an eye with all other banks. And it looks like there is some sort of, like a bearish kind of looking pattern downtrend here, also head and shoulder probably around here. So keep an eye on the banks. The big three, quite a few have reported this week. I'm keeping an eye how this plays out next week. Another one I'm watching next week, Yahoo is holding, it's consolidating forever, maybe waiting for some news. If it's positive, this thing can bounce and test 40 level easily. It is consolidating and holding well. I saw some calls volume, so it all depends what news comes out on Monday from the bidding news. They are trying to sell some of their businesses, so it depends how it plays out. But there was a call block got bought on Friday, as I shared on with our premium members, and also I shared it in the public account. If you go It's here for the Yahoo. They bought 10,000 calls for next week. So maybe someone taking a shot at 40 calls. It's 23 cents calls got bought. So, someone took a shot. So they are thinking if something gets bought, this 23 cents will end up paying 400% immediately if this can hit 40 or so. So keep an eye on this big block. We are following it very closely, and few members picked. If you 23 cents is cheap, you could take if you like. You want to take some risk, and it's not big premium, So I am keeping an eye on that on Monday. Also, some other big names are giving reporting. Netflix. I want to go over Netflix. Netflix is holding all support here, but it has some negative. There are some concerns for the Netflix. I want to go through a few of the things I have been reading around Netflix. There are some sort of concern regarding their earnings. For example, one of them is global expansion. Like with the domestic growth is slowing down for Netflix. So with the slowing domestic membership growth and plus the rising content cost, like, so the bulls, like, they have to see how this number plays out and how what their guidance will be for the next year. Also, they are trying to get internationally, to expand internationally, but it will have some challenges because of all the culture, different cultures and competition from other companies in China or elsewhere, anywhere else. So this would be a big challenge. Last time I saw some analysts being bullish and another one being bearish. So we will see what the guidance will be, but it will be a bit challenging for Netflix moving forward. So I'm keeping an eye. The level to watch is 103 level. If there is anything positive, it might come and test this. Otherwise, it can get ugly. If 50 days lost, it will come back to probably 89. So it all depends what the guidance and the numbers they will give out. But some challenges for Netflix next week. Many traders will be watching this closely. I'm watching this too. Normally, it turns out to be a big mover into earnings. Normally, it moves 12% on average on earnings days. So I would be really interested to see how this plays out. Another big one I want to cover is HLF. Mr. Ackman got a nice beat up here as he has been short. I think he lost 20 million plus on this one. You could see there has been nice big volume here, but on this bounce you can see whenever you see a big volume and the stock has not closed on the top, it means that some of these got sold. All out of all these, how much volume? Like 35.3 million volume. For sure you have to say some people lock profit because it closed at the end of the day. So of course some new volume came in as well. Also some of the people unloaded some of their shares because it has been consolidating and it has made nice move, and someone just decided to take some profits. So moving forward, you have to watch this level around 64, and then 60. This is nice support zone that you have to get. Also this one here, this is good support. 60, 62, 85, 63, 64. This is quite interesting how 50-day moving average plays out next few days. And also in PayPal, I wanted to cover PayPal. So PayPal, it made nice move and everything. So also here I saw put volume, and then I kept saying our members 40 will remain the strong resistance. I just want to show you, just not tell like okay. it will take me time. So if you are the premium members, you got go to yesterday's premium alert in our premium Twitter account where our private alerts get posted. Even the thing you will get our, it is there. This is our premium post only available to our members because it is a private account. So although I do share some of the posts in my public account, so this got posted here, almost down 2% plus. Also small head and shoulder look, this is double top and then small head and shoulder. This is what the table of shoulder, and I knew that a small pullback was coming and it was down 2%, and I had this shared. This is again came from a premium account. It got posted on yesterday at oh sorry, on Thursday, on 14th was Thursday at 2:58 p.m. right before close. They knew they were going to unload some of their stocks, and then boom, put volume, block volume, and then it took a dive immediately after. Also some other inverse indexes I will cover right now. SPY, look at it. I'm looking at this resistance line here. You see, this is a resistance line. Also, this is top of the Bollinger Band. Also, this is getting overbought. Look at RSI. It's getting 78 zone. It will be considered as overbought, and you have to watch this zone here. 217 is short-term resistance, and if weakness continues, we will come down to 213 easily. Next few days it's extended, needs some pullback, and we will see how it plays out. I'm not long at this level for sure. I think we need some pullback in coming week or so. Also, VIX traders started to, VIX is the VIX. VIX, you have to keep an eye. It's consolidating, oversold. I saw some calls actions, although it did bounce 2% plus. I'm seeing call volume for August 18, 21, 23. So I am keeping close eye on this. It did bounce on, I want to show in 5-minute chart. It did bounce on Friday. We did, right before the close, we told our members about those calls volume. Look at the timing. It was posted on Friday, right before the open, 9:02 p.m. on Friday, 15th August, and it was here. We told our folks it was at the open, and it was up almost 2% plus here. So we did take advantage of, and then it pulled back and coming back, and it's almost like, if you look at 5-minute chart, this is a double bottom, one bottom, two, but that can be a support on next week. So keeping close eye how this plays out. There are uh, uh, some support here. You have to keep an eye. Also, these are same like BXX needs to claim 10-day moving average. Once it gets above, it will run. Same for UVXY. It needs to claim above 10-day moving average. Consolidating oversold. Maybe let's see if we can hold around 650 level here. So this will be interesting movie with all earnings. Keep an eye on Netflix. Also, another big mover will be BMW. This one moves big as well into earnings, strong here. You see that this has moved nicely. They made it move right before earnings. So this will be another nice one to see. It has, I checked last time, BMW do have calls volume in the open interest. So they kind of moved it a bit right before earnings with all other stocks. So stock kind of holding, if it can give some good numbers and everything, it can push through here. So watching otherwise it will come back to 55. So keeping all this eye market, it's extended. I expect some pullback next video. Same with IWM. Look at it. This is holding last 3 days. It is in the same zone. This is a bit frustrating if you have puts and this thing keeps consolidating, it does not break. This is like, we have to see if it breaks down or up, but it extended. In my opinion, it's overbought. In RSI, look at RSI, it's 68 point something. So this, I expect some pullback in coming weeks and days. So keep sharing, and thank you for watching.